Good evening, spectating specters. Tonight's tale is of a ghastly sort. It is the tale of a girl and an unexpected encounter. Katie had only lived in her apartment for a month before the fateful night. The neighbors had been leery about her moving in, mentioning things about the floor on which her apartment sat. They claimed to see things on that floor, pale figures lurking in the dark, thumps coming from the walls, disjointed aromas of food and flowers. Katie never paid them any mind until that night. She had come home from work at the local bookstore and was preparing herself some dinner. Then she heard it, a thumping in the hallway, a clattering, as though someone had been shaking a bag of sticks. She paused to listen, even turning off the TV. Nothing. Surely work hadn't exhausted her so much that she was hearing things. She turned the television back on, allowing her movie to play as she cooked. There it was again, a faint rattling, and even a clicking. Perhaps it had come from the TV. She turned the volume down to a mere whisper. The sound continued, just as loudly as before. If she didn't know any better, she'd have said that it sounded like bones rattling together. Then a smell wafted into the air, a hint of cologne, and perhaps the tang of fresh fruit. It's getting late, she told herself. We've had a long day and... Three knocks sounded at the door, clear and sharp. She drew a steadying breath and dragged herself toward the door. It's probably nothing, she told herself, over and over. It's just a neighbor. Her hand clutched the ice-cold doorknob, turned it slowly, and pulled the door open a crack. What she saw made her breaths freeze in her chest. At the door stood a skeleton, dressed in a black cloak and an old gray suit. He gazed upon her where the hollow holes where eyes once resided. In his bony hand, he clutched an empty copper mug. He opened his skeletal jaw, and in a hollow, shaky voice, he spoke. "Sorry to bother you at this hour," he said softly, "but I just wanted to know if I could borrow a cup of sugar. My lady friend is coming over tonight, and I'm baking her a pie. But it turns out that I don't have all the ingredients. Guess my mind's been somewhere else today." She smiled, and, retreating to the kitchen, she poured him a cup of sugar. Quietly, the skeleton thanked her and went on his way. It's been said that the pie worked, and within the month, Katie found herself invited to an undead wedding. There was chocolate cake, flowers, and of course, pie. And they all lived happily ever after. Thank you for watching this tale. I hope it didn't frighten you too much. If you would like to do me a favor, please subscribe to this channel and give the video a thumbs up. Follow me on the social media at Brassy. Thank you again, and happy hauntings.